Look, if sitting at the director's table feels like you're carrying 1,000 knives in your back, that's not a coincidence. You're stuck in a world where leadership gets twisted into power plays and ego trips, and every move feels like walking on a tightrope with no safety net. No matter how hard you grind, you're haunted by the same fights. Lack of trust, hidden agendas, people playing you rather than playing for the team. You show up with big expectations, but what you get is friction, burnout, and endless second-guessing. The whole system's broken because it's designed for command and control, not for real connection or growth. Directors get handed titles, but rarely given the tools or mindset to actually lead in a way that matters. That can be soul-crushing. You feel alone, even surrounded by a room full of people. The pain of isolation inside leadership is real and brutal. No pep talk will change that. But there's a way out, and it's not what's on every leadership checklist you've seen. It's not about tighter rules or louder voices. It's about flipping the script, starting from the ground up. It means moving from being the boss who demands to the leader who serves. That servant mentality? It's the secret weapon nobody talks about because it's too simple to be trendy, but it's a game changer. Real directors serve their people, not the other way round. They hold their power lightly and use it to clear paths, solve problems, build others up, and protect the team from distractions. This isn't weakness, it's raw strength. It means you get off the throne and into the trenches. You teach your directors to step down from ego-driven, top-down commands and to become the glue that holds the story of the company and the team together. Now hear this and listen carefully. If you want stronger director roles, demand from yourself and every leader around you this one brutal shift. Stop leading from your status and start leading from your responsibility to others. That means no more hiding behind titles. No more thinking your job is to dictate. Your job is to listen so hard that you hear what's not being said, to protect your people from BS, to invest your time in their growth so deep that losing them is never an option. They grow. You win. It means giving your team real autonomy, even when it scares the hell out of you. You have to trust people before they earn that trust, not after. That's the hard part nobody wants to admit. And don't confuse serving with being a pushover. The servant leader sets the boundaries first, brutal and clear. No excuses. No off days in integrity. Because serving is not about avoiding conflict. It's about owning it with your team and driving through to honest, often uncomfortable solutions. You refuse to let ego or politics deaden your vision or slow down decision-making. You hold people to the highest standards because you care enough to demand the best for the whole, not just your ego's comfort. That is how director roles become bulletproof. When they are accountable servants, fierce protectors, radical listeners in tune with reality, and relentless coaches pushing the team forward even when it's ugly. It's also time to stop confusing leadership with being in charge of everything. Real director roles are about letting go. If you cannot delegate with zero attachment, if you clamp down because you don't trust, or you think you're the only one who can do it, then you are choking the entire system and yourself. You have to push yourself to empower others fully, to create a chain of leaders who serve each other. That's where synergy happens. That's where growth explodes. If you want directors who are strong, make them humble enough to serve, but crazy enough to own their part in delivering the impossible. Finally, if anyone tells you servant leadership isn't hardcore enough, call bullshit. This mindset demands guts, pain, self-awareness, and relentless action. It's about showing up every day ready to take punches for your team, but also to pull them out of fire. It's about being the kind of leader who builds trust so stubbornly that when shit hits the fan, your directors don't scatter. They fight together. You want stronger director roles. Build a culture where serving is power, where your role is to create more leaders, not mini-bosses. Where leadership means owning your people first, titles second. That's the only way out of the chaos, frustration, and ego wars lurking under every big title. This isn't theory. Do these things right now. Listen more than you speak. Demand brutal honesty. Give trust before it's earned. Protect your people silently and visibly, and swap ego for responsibility. Watch how the director seats around you transform. Not because they want to, but because they have to. Because their survival and your success depend on becoming servant leaders, fiercely focused on others' growth over their own glow. If you don't lead like this, you don't lead at all. Simple as that. Subscribe to our YouTube channel and visit the featured link to learn more.